Alright. Hey everyone. Okay, so I decided to do a video tonight because I can't do a D-Live stream for some reason. It's just not letting me. Um, maybe it's just down or something like that. So there's really not much you can do. I've been D-Live streaming a lot now, both dev work and last night I had my first foray into just leaving the stream running while I played VR chat for an entire night. Enjoyed myself immensely and plan to do it again, actually. So with all that said, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing tonight, other than nursing a hangover that seems to be lasting more than one day, which is a little bit of a thing. So, which is unfortunate for me because I still kind of had a headache. But I played VR chat to a point where I was just exhausted, and eventually it crashed, which is sort of it was like having mercy on me when it crashed because it gave me an out. All because I tried to use an eraser to erase a spline object generated from one of their pencils that allow you to draw images in 3D space, which I think is actually quite cool in general, just by itself. So what am I working on now? So if you haven't been watching my streams, maybe what I'll do is I'll take some of the videos that I've been putting, grabbing and stuff like that, and start on DLive, and maybe do like a quick breakdown, a compilation of like all the progress that's been going on with the game. Uh, Things are looking pretty good, although I still have a lot to get done. But the quality of the game feels a lot better to me now. Like if you enjoyed the game before, um, I feel that this is like even more because I was just earlier today I was just actually just playing through each of the levels, and um it seems as though that like it's just going to be even more of what it was before. Like it's more areas, more combat, more monsters. I'm much more liberal in the placement of enemies, so you will fight larger numbers of enemies in more difficult and random situations. Well, not random, but so everything is looking good. Outside of outside of one problem that I'm gonna have to solve at least a little bit this week. I am um, the game's not selling at all at the moment. I mean, very, very, very little. So when I get a paycheck for like all of March, um, it's something like I made like $200 for all of March or something like that. $250. Uh, that was the paycheck, and I don't even know if that's after taxes. So I probably even owe taxes on that. I'm screwed, at least as far as that. But the thing is, though, is I'm not really screwed. Like, I didn't walk into this expecting that I was going to be making any real money. I have no idea what's going to happen in the near future. But in the current situation right now, the game itself is actually making less money than my Steemit income, which is kind of uh, I don't know. I don't know how to feel other than I could probably be doing better with the game. So what I'm probably gonna do So what I'm probably gonna do is change up my strategy a little bit and maybe start up a Discord for the game. Get a little bit, get a little bit more advice, and have Zombie Doll maybe. She's playing VR chat right now. Have Zombie Doll play a little bit of not play, um, get a little bit more into the marketing side of things. Actually, have a Discord for the game would probably be a good idea. I'm trying to think what else. Um, it probably should have a unique Twitter page. Here's the thing though, I think after this patch, I think once I get this patch in place and get a full rundown of the, you know, the like get away from having all of this block mesh level design. The game will have a total of 14 levels, not including the levels that I've already built. You know what I mean? There's a lot of content that still exists on top of that. So like this is a game built by one dude that's probably gonna have around like 30 maps and fairly decently sized maps, not like not like small levels. Um, and I've had to consider the idea that maybe I might be overdoing it because I've seen other games, shipping with far less. And I mean, I don't know. Um, but with that said, if I can get this patch into good shape and then make it so that the first episode uh isn't in a case of having like block meshes, so it looks like a final or a finished product, I'll feel a lot more confident, I think, about trying to just promulgate it around as many different places. Because in all honesty, I think it's like I think most people can probably who know anything about the game right now can probably agree that um yeah, it's kind of bullshit that it's not more popular than it actually is. And I think it actually, I mean, that's a safe thing to say, right? What do you guys think? That's a pretty safe thing to say. Like if you compare this to Dusk and Strafe, I'm easily on that tier. Like there's no freaking there's no question about it. There's no question about it. I don't even feel slightly like it's kind of an interesting situation too because um maybe they people assume that it's just like some voxel shooter or something like that, but it's really not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, yeah. So if you guys have any advice on that, but I do want to continue doing the live streams, man. They're fun. It's really fun and rewarding too. Doing it on D Live. D Live is pretty easy to set up, but apparently every once in a while it'll have a hitch where I can't do anything for 24 hours or something like that. That's somewhat unacceptable, but so the layout of this map is I kind of have E1M9 from Doom 1 in my head a little bit. Not necessarily specific aspects of the layout, but generally specific um, flow ideas. In other words, this sort of waffle iron. I'm calling it a waffle. So it's like so it's like there'd be an area here, 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 and an area here. And then you start off at the top, and then there's like a center area which kind of fans to each of them, and some of them have to be opened in different ways. So this level is actually going to be a series of about one, two, three, four, about 9 rooms in size. I might have to improve my noise gate a little bit on this headset. It doesn't matter. But with that said, 9 different rooms, and then once I'm done with the layout of this level, once I'm done with the layout of this level, then it'll only be about 3 more entrance levels. But the entrance levels are a lot smaller in size. The entrance levels are only 2 power crystals, whereas these levels are all 4 power crystals each. And most of the power crystals include some kind of a spawn monster, like monsters spawn, and you end up getting into some kind of an ambush sequence or something like that. I probably will actually think about breaking down some of the videos. 'Cause I got to download them from D Live so that you can actually see some of the gameplay footage of me actually just testing the maps. Or I could just do some videos actually showing the game in action. Like the criticisms that the game was nothing but, being stuck in a room with spawning monsters. Yeah, that shit's gone. That's not even it's not even remotely true anymore. You spend most of your time doing literally old school Quake and Doom style levels. No spawn waves. Nothing of the kind. It doesn't happen in more than one's permission. You will be constantly turning corners. There will always be new monsters. There will always be um, dudes that see you and you have to fight them. It is a continuous flow of identical, I mean, literally identical to uh, the old school flow of like Doom and Quake. At this point, you are literally playing something that is just cut from the exact same cloth on that respect, in terms of the situational combat, in terms of you know, it's just like a much more advanced version of those games at this point in time. And when you play the game in its current iteration, you will know exactly what I'm saying, because when I'm playing the game right now, it's hard to not see this. So with that said, I think I've pretty much got everything off my mind for now, but I definitely want to try and I don't know, figure out the marketing thing a little bit better. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm just not exploring all the avenues right now. I mean, the game's actually doing remarkably well for a game that has literally no marketing whatsoever. But I was actually thinking that one of the things that I could do is, what's up? Yeah. What? I don't care. Oh, nothing. I thought you were gonna say something. Um, what was I saying? Uh, oh, one of the things I was thinking of doing was re-releasing my Redemption of the Slain Doom 2 map, and then changing the text at the very end of the level to basically plug Revulsion. And then, what I might do to plug Revulsion is, um, yeah, that this could actually be an interesting way to plug the game, because people who beat Redemption of the Slain level, right? And maybe I can even go through and rework the level a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. And update things, or maybe find something that I can improve on, or whatever. And then just shill my Doom 2 map. Be like, hey guys, you haven't been, has anyone played Redemption of the Slain? You should see this game or this map that I reworked. Maybe I can rework it so that it works with classic Doom settings or something like that, so you don't have to have brutal Doom in order to play it. You know, that would be something that a lot of people requested, actually, because the ammo is different. The ammo requirements for brutal Doom is different from the ammo requirements in vanilla. So if I was to do that, I might be able to get a larger audience. I'm guessing you put that on me. um, that was actually something that was requested. I don't know though. Maybe I should just stick to my guns and still require brutal doom in order for you to play it. Because in a lot of ways, Redemption of the Slain was my foray into the mental state that made me begin working on Revulsion. Like, in fact, if you want to play a demo of Revulsion, play Redemption of the Slain. It's the same design philosophies, very much so. Although Revulsion is a lot more advanced, like by a lot, by a lot. Um, but it's true. It's genuinely true. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Um, hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for more. Give me some advice. See if there's any other cool tricks like that. Like what I just mentioned with Redemption of the Slain, or if there are any other ideas. Let me know. And yeah, like wish me luck in getting this patch out. I'll be updating more soon though. So yep, that's that.